Hi, I'm Alex Bell and welcome to WorkBC Explained, a video series where we'll break down the programs and services of WorkBC in videos of approximately 5 minutes or less in order to make them a little easier to understand. In this video, I'm going to talk about the two main reasons why people come to a WorkBC Center to get support with their job search. First reason is to get support with their resume. Now, a lot of people say they have a resume, but is that resume working for you? So, as an example, one of the sections that employers find extremely valuable on a resume is a summary of skills or summary of qualifications, but only if that section is tailored specifically to the job posting you're applying for. So at WorkBC, our employment specialists and our classes can teach you how to tailor that section to the jobs that you're applying for. They'll also tell you how to include keywords. Keywords are extremely important when applying to applicant tracking systems because that's how your resume gets noticed. Another challenge that people often have with their resume is when speaking about previous positions, they'll talk about their duties and responsibilities, but they neglect to include what's known as accomplishment statements. Accomplishment statements tell the employer the value you have brought to previous positions. These are extremely powerful to have in your resume and makes your resume stand out. So our employment specialists, again, can teach you how to include accomplishment statements in your resume. Now, the resume will get you the interview, but it's the interview that will get you the job. So the number two reason why people come to WorkBC Center is to get help with your interview. For example, how to answer some of those tricky interview questions, like the behavioral ones. They often start with, tell me about a time when you had to deal with a difficult customer. Or tell me about a time when you had to deal with a really tight deadline. We'll teach you things like the STAR method of answering that question. That method allows you to answer in a meaningful way rather than just speaking in hypotheticals. Another challenge that people often have when preparing for an interview is people will say, well, did you research the company? But what do you really need to know about the company before going in? Again, our employment specialists and our classes can teach you how to research the company so when you go in for that interview, you're speaking about them in a meaningful way, and that will make you stand out from the other interviewees. We can even help you with, say, once you may be offered a position, in some cases you may have to negotiate things like salary and benefits. At WorkBC, our employment specialists can help you with that too, and it's all free. So do you want to learn more? If so, contact your local WorkBC Center or click on the box and watch more videos to see how WorkBC centers and services can help you in your job search. Thanks for watching and have a great day.